I actually got called to a meeting that I was in after hours, and we weren't supposed to be in after hours.
What's the after hours?
Okay, the nightclubs close at 4 o'clock. And there's clubs that open at 4.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and they're illegal, but they were all around. So I was in one of these places, and I get in a beef with. I find out later on it's Paul Castellano's nephew. I didn't know, and he picked a bad time because I was really at the peak of my martial arts. I was good, and I won the fight. Okay, I didn't abuse him. I didn't keep hitting him when he was down. Once he went down, and I walked away, and it was over. The next night, I get a call. I have to go to the diner, and it's like late at night, almost morning. It's one of those 24-hour diners, And I'm thinking to myself, why do I got to go see Greg at 2 o'clock in the morning? It's a little.
Oh, it's Greg you had to go see.
Well, he's the one that called for me.
Right.
So I get there. I see Sammy the Bull hanging out outside. He says hello to me. I walk in. Who's sitting? Scappy, our captain, Greg, and Paul Castellano.
You're shitting your pants.
No, I don't know what happened yet. Greg now comes over to me and walks me outside, or to the front door, and he says, "What happened last night?" I said, "What are you talking about?" I says, "We went out." I says, "You got a beef?" I said, "Oh yeah, I got a fight." I says, it happened once in a while. He says, "Well, that was Paulie's nephew." So I said, "I didn't know." And he's telling me he wants satisfaction. He wants to kill me. So Scappy, but I learned a lesson here too. So Scappy is talking on our behalf. He's captain. He was a boss for a while, very well respected. And so I remember now Paul's talking to me. He says, if it wasn't for Scappy, okay, you'd be dead already. Now Greg got mad. So he says, if a hair is harmed on his head, I said, you'll find more bodies in the street. Now Scappy had it to Greg. He shouldn't have said that, but he's feared. Paul would have shit his pants if they had to go to war together. Paul was no Greg.
Right.
He was a boss and he was a businessman. So anyway, long story short, I owed Scappy my life now.
Right.
Because he saved me. So now I owed him.
What kind of a guy was Scappy?
Scappy, old school, old-time mob guy that died in prison. He got 133 years. And he's the guy that they quoted, the newspaper. When he got the 133 years, he looked at Junior Persico. He says, well, we only got to do 2/3. And it was in the newspaper. And then when he got the time, he was about 65. So obviously he was never coming home. Junior never came home. So anyway, the funny part of this is, after it's over with, I walk outside. I talk to Sammy real quick. And he said, while I'm walking away, he says, you should have killed that cocksucker. He didn't like the kid. He didn't like the kid. So that was funny, yeah.
So did Sammy kind of have your back too? Was Sammy part of the same gang? Or?
No, he was there to be with he was
the other guy.
He was with Paul Castellano,
fuck,
the Gambino family. But we were friends. That's why I says we had a rapport, and he knew me.
So if this guy would have had his way, Sammy would have been the guy to kill you.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. Could be. That's a great question. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't think Greg would have allowed me to get in the car there. And then the other thing is this. Typically, they wouldn't let somebody else do it. If it came down to, and I'm going to tell you a story where I had to be killed, my own family would do it. They wouldn't allow the Gambinos to do it. And there's a reason. They figure they'll torture me. They'll make it real hard. You want them away, we'll get rid of them.